they won't stop until they get sued. Somebody's going to have to sue them. All right, so here we go. Public comment, and Muffy's got to do her piece.
In order to make this agenda item more productive, I'm going to share a little background information on public comment at school board meetings. The Maine legislature passed a law that states that school boards provide an opportunity to comment on school and educational matters. There's actually 20-A MRSA subsection 1001. They further states that nothing in this section restricts the school board from establishing reasonable standards for the public comment period, including time limits and conduct standards. At the beginning of this agenda item, I provide a brief review of the Augusta Board of Education policy BEDH.
So this is what she just read. School board meeting public comment period, and I'll just read it. School board shall provide the opportunity for the public to comment on school board and education matters at a school board meeting. Nothing in this subsection restricts the school board from establishing reasonable standards for public comment period, including time limits and conduct standards. For purposes of this subsection, school board meetings mean a full meeting of the school board, and it does not include subcommittees and meetings. So the problem that they are getting hung up on is right here, from my opinion. Okay? Conduct standards. They think that it says, nothing in here shall restrict the school board from establishing reasonable standards for public comment period, including time limits and conduct standards. Well, they're taking conduct, and Miss Witham is the one who calls this stuff out. She's the only one who enforces any of this, and I think that's the way it goes. She's taking that to mean that I can shut you down because you're saying something that I don't like. That's what she's understanding this to mean, which is ridiculous because I know they have had attorneys go over this. They talk about it, that they have had attorneys review their policy. They reference this policy. This is Maine. This is in the Maine legislature. They talk about this stuff in public meetings. And so she is providing this thinking that this is showing that what her conduct, what she is doing as far as shutting people down is right. See, I can limit somebody's time, and we can provide reasonable standards for conduct. Okay, but she's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. And I'll go so far as to believe that they won't stop until they get sued. Somebody's going to have to sue them to get this, to have a judge look at this and stop this from continuing to happen, because not only is the policy that they have inappropriate, illegal, the standards in that policy are so vague that you know, it's things like disparaging remarks. She uses the term disparaging remarks all the time. That's her go-to. Whenever she wants to shut somebody down, she uses that. But so this doesn't limit your freedom of speech. This doesn't trump the First Amendment. And Ms. Muffy absolutely thinks that it does.